Valentine's Day rant part two. Remember when I told y'all I just had one stay home, get me a crab bag, take a bath, take a nap? The man insisted on taking me out. City Girls was already down 10,000 because of that. So I decided I'm going to go in with a positive mind because I know that this is going to be stressful and I'm going to just try to stay positive. I was supposed to make sure I had me an alcoholic beverage before I got there because I knew it was going to be a wait in order for me to get a drink. So maybe if I had a little buzz, I would have been chilling. I forgot to have the drink. Been in here messing with my makeup the side, the crease underneath my eye, and now I looking like I half dead, half alive, and I had to hurry up and try to patch that up without taking all the makeup off my face because I done sprayed a setting spray on my face. All right. So we'll move past that. Don't give that too much energy. So we decided to go to this restaurant. It was a smaller restaurant, but the vibe in it was very cute. And I'm going to start by saying the food was amazing. The drinks were amazing. The service was actually pretty decent considering the circumstances, but the employees were stressed out. So I'm going to paint this picture for you and I'm going to try to be just as descriptive as a book writer. We are walking up to this restaurant that is like sitting in a shopping center and there are a plethora of people that are standing at the door. Initially, you would assume that they are all a part of the same party. In fact, they were all individual couples that were all checking in at the same time. I think from overhearing what people were saying, we all had an 8:30 reservation. And then as you begin to enter the place, the ambiance amazing. The music is playing in the background. People are laughing and chatting. Couples are just enjoying each other's company. Employees are ripping and running through the restaurant as they do on a Saturday. And you already know that love is in the air. Even as you enter the threshold of the building, there are even more people swarming into this quaint little restaurant. There are, in fact, two hostesses that are standing at the front. They look to be in high school. If they're in college, they're like a freshman or sophomore. They are flustered. The one young lady, her face is red. She looks like if we blow too hard at her, she will probably cry. The other young lady is also overwhelmed, but she is able to navigate it a little bit better. It gets to the point where the one that's able to navigate it a little bit better has to pull the other one that's about to cry in like face to face. They're like this. And she's like, listen, we're just going to have to do what we can. We cannot be stressed out. Like she's giving her a pep talk. The whole time that I'm standing here, I'm trying to figure out where is the manager? Because there is no reason these hostesses should be facing this like this. And everybody is being very amicable. The customers, nobody's irate, nobody's upset, nobody's being inconsiderate. Everybody is understanding, and we're all just patiently waiting. I actually have never seen that kind of behavior, even on a busy day. So I want to commend everybody that was present for being on their best behavior. I appreciate that. And then there was one guy who was like 7 foot tall. But with a very gentle tone, he expressed his admiration for how she was handling everything. He did make her aware that he did have an 8:30 reservation, as did many other people, and that please take your time, do not feel overwhelmed. Well, about 2 minutes after that, somebody that works there then swarms up and says, hey, this is the update. So I understand that you all have reservations, but at this moment, there's no seating inside. We do have seating outside. You are able to take advantage of that almost immediately. If you want to be seated inside, you will have to wait. Now, I would think that the audience goes crazy, right? Everybody seems so calm. My husband, quick on his feet, was like, whoa, let's go see if we can go sit at the bar. He swarms to the bar before anybody else can get that idea. There are 2 seats at the bar, just 2 seats. The lucky two of us are able to go get those seats. Oh, but what we didn't know was that the drama was at the bar. We go, oh my God. We go sit at the bar and we're greeted by Carly, who is already frustrated. Carly is apparently the only bartender. There is another guy there that has on a suit that makes me think he might be the manager. But after listening to his dialogue and conversation about whatever was going on in there, he's just an employee. Maybe he's an assistant. Maybe he's like a lead when the manager is not there. I don't know. Nonetheless, let's keep going. Carly is flustered. Carly is overwhelmed. Carly is upset. So we get there. There are some plates that are still there. And she's like, yes, or I'll be able to get them in a second. And we're like, hey, take a second and breathe. Take your time. We're in no rush. We understand. So she's going to get some other people some drinks. Remember, she's the only bartender. So the drink orders from the tables as well as the drink orders from the people sitting at the bar are all her responsibility. I heard her say, I have 20 drinks that I haven't made. The servers are coming to pick up drinks and she's telling them, don't request any more drinks right now because I don't have any help on the bar. Okay, cool. Then guy in the suit comes and starts to help her making drinks. Then there are a few other like servers and people moving around that I guess are qualified to make drinks. They come to help her. And one of them, which was the same young lady that came to the front and told us that there weren't any seats available inside, she started to give her a pep talk and she was just like, "You're doing an amazing job. I appreciate everything that you're doing. You cannot control a lot of this and you can't be worried about, but you are freaking killing it today." I appreciated her energy because Carly needed it. Well, we're going to fast forward to the fact that Carly finally calmed down a little bit. She came and asked us for our drinks and she started making our drinks. Now, remember I said them other people was coming to make drinks? Them other people was making them drinks and all I was thinking is, I'm glad Carly's making my drink because I know that them drinks is going to be nasty or super full of liquor. Okay, let's move along. So, all right, we get our drinks and we're just sitting there. We're just observing what's going on. It's a lot of back and forth commentary. You're hearing a lot of people say like they should have never allowed for reservations. What it all boils down to, and I'll get to the cliff notes for y'all. They used some online system. The online system didn't stop booking once they got to capacity of reservations. So they overbooked and a lot of people ended up with the same reservation time. In addition to the fact that they only had 3 people working in the kitchen. So the kitchen was backed up, the bar was backed up, and then the reservations were backed up because people weren't able to sit down. Now, what I know about fine dining and all this other stuff is that you should probably put a limit on it when you have a smaller place. And that's why when you go to bigger cities like Houston and DC and New Orleans and even Vegas sometimes, and even New York actually, they have like limited time frames so that you come, you sit down, you eat, you enjoy yourself, and you get out the way. The only reason you stay there longer than that is if it's like their fault, if that makes sense. So at some point, Carly is like constantly like venting about her frustration. Carly started crying. I said, "Uh oh." My husband had already said she looked like she gonna cry at any minute. Like, and he was like, and really she need to get it out. The moral of the story was, I feel like I watched everybody, including myself, try to encourage and motivate these people to stay positive. And the thing that I kept struggling with is, where's the manager? And to be honest with you, the manager never once came out and apologized for the delay, apologized for all the riffraff, apologized for not having seating based on having reservations. The manager never came out. And honestly, I think I'm going to call that place and I'm going to ask to speak to the manager because I feel like that was poor management on his behalf. I feel like his employees did an amazing job and I still had an amazing experience. But as somebody who's worked in like customer facing environments, when things get thick like that, it's the manager's space. Those employees should have never had to apologize. Those employees should have never had to accommodate us as much as they had. The freaking manager should have been front facing and he should have been helping them to navigate that, especially those hostesses. I felt really bad for them. The moral of the story is next year, I will be at home with a crab bag and I will take a bath and I will take a nap. Now, let's back up. Did I get a crab bag? Yes, I did get a crab bag. I ate my crab bag on Sunday, though. Did I get a nap? Yes, I did get a nap because when the baby went to sleep, I went to sleep too. Number 3, did I get a relaxing, calming bath? Yes, I did. So all the things I wanted on Valentine's Day happened, in addition to the fact that I was able to be wined and dined at a restaurant and a low bar afterwards. So, Valentine's Day was a success after all.